The book, The New World Order, by Ray Dalio is important because it offers a unique and insightful view of the cycles of rise and fall of nations. Drawing from his experience as an investor and fund manager, Dalio argues that history repeats itself in a great archetypal cycle consisting of three phases. Rise. In this phase, the nation is a global leader in terms of economic, military, and cultural power. Peak. The nation reaches its peak of power and prosperity, but also starts showing signs of decline. Decline. The nation loses its leadership position and begins experiencing a period of instability and conflict. Dalio argues that the United States is currently in the decline phase of the Great Cycle. He asserts that the nation has become too complacent and has lost its competitiveness against emerging powers like China. Dalio's book is significant for political leaders, investors, and anyone seeking to understand the world we live in. It offers valuable insight into the challenges facing the United States and the rest of the world in the 21st century. Specifically, the book is important for the following reasons. It provides a holistic view of world history. Dalio doesn't just focus on recent events but also analyzes the cycles of rise and decline of nations over centuries. This allows for the identification of patterns and trends that help comprehend the contemporary world. It offers a unique perspective on the future of the United States. Dalio, being a globally renowned investor and fund manager, presents a valuable viewpoint on the future of the United States. His arguments about the nation's decline are compelling and worthy of consideration. It's well-written and easy to understand. Dalio is a clear and concise writer, making the book an enjoyable and thought-provoking read. The first part of Ray Dalio's book, The New World Order, focuses on the great archetypal cycle. In this chapter, Dalio presents his theory that history repeats itself in a cycle of three phases: rise, peak, and decline. Rise. During the rise phase, the nation is a world leader in terms of economic, military, and cultural power. It's a period of prosperity and stability. Nations in the rise phase usually exhibit the following characteristics. They are innovative and productive, allowing them to create wealth and improve their citizens' well-being. They are competitive, enabling them to stay ahead of other nations. They have a strong and stable government, allowing for tough decision-making and maintaining social order. Peak. In the peak phase, the nation reaches its peak of power and prosperity. However, it begins showing signs of decline. Nations in the peak phase typically exhibit the following characteristics. They become complacent, neglecting innovation and productivity. They become arrogant, underestimating their competitors. They become corrupt, losing the trust of their citizens. Decline. During the decline phase, the nation loses its leadership position and begins experiencing a period of instability and conflict. Nations in the decline phase usually exhibit the following characteristics. They are less competitive, leading to a loss of economic and military power. They are more prone to internal conflicts, potentially leading to civil wars or revolutions. They are more susceptible to invasion by other nations. Factors driving rise and decline cycles. Dalio argues that rise and decline cycles are driven by several factors, including competition. More competitive nations are likelier to succeed. Innovation. More innovative nations are likelier to create wealth and prosperity. Productivity. More productive nations are likelier to thrive. Government. Nations with strong and stable governments are likelier to succeed. Culture. Nations with strong and cohesive cultures are likelier to succeed. Dalio contends that these factors are universal and apply to all nations, regardless of their size or location. Conclusions. The first part of Dalio's book provides a unique and insightful view of the rise and decline cycles of nations. His grand cycle theory is a valuable tool for understanding the world we live in. Dalio contends that the United States is currently in decline. He argues that the nation has become too complacent and has lost its competitiveness against other emerging powers like China. The first part of the book is essential for comprehending Dalio's thesis. In the following chapters, he will analyze the cycle of the United States in the context of the grand cycle. The second part of Ray Dalio's book, The New World Order, focuses on the cycle of the United States within the context of the grand cycle. Dalio contends that the United States is currently in the decline phase. United States in the rise. During the rise phase, the United States became the dominant global power. The nation led in innovation, productivity, competitiveness, had a strong and stable government, and a cohesive culture. United States at the peak. During the peak phase, the United States reached its pinnacle of power and prosperity. However, it began exhibiting signs of decline. Dalio identifies several factors contributing to the decline of the United States, including complacency. The U.S. became complacent with its leadership position, neglecting innovation and productivity. Arrogance. The U.S. became arrogant and underestimated its competitors, such as China. Corruption. The U.S. became corrupt and lost the trust of its citizens. United States in decline. In the decline phase, the United States has lost its leadership position and started experiencing a period of instability and conflict. Dalio contends that the United States is entering a period of instability and conflict. The nation is losing its economic and military power, becoming more prone to internal conflicts and invasion by other powers. Conclusions. The second part of Dalio's book offers a compelling analysis of the United States cycle. He contends that the nation is currently in decline, and this trend is likely to continue in the future. His analysis is valuable in understanding the challenges facing the United States and the rest of the world in the 21st century. The third part of Ray Dalio's book, The New World Order, focuses on the future of the world. Dalio contends that the world is becoming increasingly multipolar, with the United States, China, and other emerging powers competing for leadership. The future of the world. Dalio contends that the world is becoming increasingly multipolar due to several factors, including the rise of China. China is the most significant emerging power globally. The nation has experienced unprecedented economic growth in recent decades, and its military and technological power is rapidly expanding. The decline of the United States. The U.S. is currently in decline, and its relative power is diminishing. The emergence of other powers like India, Russia, and Brazil are also increasing their power. The future of the United States. Dalio contends that the future of the United States is uncertain. The nation is currently in decline, and this trend is likely to continue in the future. However, Dalio also contends that the United States has the potential to reverse its decline. The nation has a strong economy, a powerful military, and a vibrant culture. If the United States can address the challenges it faces, it might maintain its leadership position globally. The future of China. Dalio contends that China is the most significant emerging power globally. The nation has significant potential to become the dominant global power in the 21st century. However, Dalio warns that China faces several challenges. The nation has an unequal economy, a divided society, and an authoritarian government. If China cannot address these challenges, its ascent may be slower than expected. The future of the rest of the world. Dalio argues that the rest of the world is also undergoing significant changes. Emerging powers are gaining strength, and the world is becoming increasingly multipolar. He suggests that the future of the world is uncertain. Understanding the ongoing changes is crucial for preparing for the future. Conclusions. The third part of Dalio's book offers an insightful analysis of the future of the world. Dalio contends that the world is becoming more multipolar, and this shift will have a significant impact in the 21st century. His analysis is valuable in comprehending the challenges that the world faces, helping us prepare for what lies ahead. Ray Dalio's book, The New World Order, provides a unique and insightful perspective on the cycles of rise and fall of nations. His theory of the grand cycle is a valuable tool for understanding our world. Regarding investment advice, Dalio emphasizes the importance of investing in assets resistant to economic cycles. These assets include land, a scarce asset that retains value consistently; infrastructure, essential for the economy, such as roads, bridges, and airports; commodities, essential resources like oil, gas, and metals necessary for production. Dalio also recommends diversifying investments to reduce risk, spreading investments across various assets rather than focusing on a single asset. Regarding economic advice, Dalio argues for the significance of a strong and stable government. Good governance can create a conducive environment for economic growth. He also advocates for a focus on innovation and productivity. Innovation leads to new products and services, generating wealth and prosperity. Meanwhile, productivity enhances production efficiency, potentially resulting in lower prices and increased economic growth. Overall, The New World Order is a must-read for anyone seeking to comprehend our world. It offers a unique perspective on the rise and fall cycles of nations and provides valuable advice for investment and economics. The specific investment and economic advice found in the book include: invest in assets resilient to economic cycles. Diversify investments to reduce risk. Support a strong and stable government. Focus on innovation and productivity. These pieces of advice can be beneficial for both investors and economists in the short and long term. Thank you for joining this exploration of the New World Order. Remember, knowledge is the first step towards change. Now, I invite you to share in the comments which lesson impacted you the most. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on financial education and personal development. Together, we'll build a path to financial freedom. See you in the next video.